amount.
Safasa pelisiza simnyama Iwasafa Isizu saba Mula mo Anijanibo Kalize Mwenyewe modo Safasa pelisiza simnyama Iwasafa Isizu saba Mula mo Anijanibo Kalize Mwenyewe kada Safasa Isizu sinyama Iwasafa Isizu sabatu Alamola Anijani mo Kalize Mwenyewe modo
Kessben. I'm once again. Remember Kwame. You're bedding commercially and bro, we promise you, sir, Appiah will be coming to you live with some details on the American election. President Trump is taking the lead. You know, bedding and commercially 47 minutes after 7. Hi, Kessben. You need it, Mr. Speaker. Highly grateful for your time once again. Maminko Ahomani so na many a year. International consultant in terms of diplomacy na many Ura Farouk Wahab any enkomo anopeng. Mr. Wahab, what you mean? Good morning and pom to saying.
Good morning, boss. What is that?
Eradiado, menso me ho yepa. Said the air corner na anopeng Osha America, baby are you din? Does this come as a surprise? Because President Trump has taken the lead. And first of all, ma yemra ebano a year America hon sense, but we'll look at the security aspect. But before that, ma yemshare generally abatwo ewa America brochime mono saying anisifati.
Our American elections. No, we are trusted Americans when it comes to what goes into their campaign messages, and then don't trust Americans when it comes to almost a debate, and the debate will influence the mindset of Americans. It's not like that. America for democracy is one of the most funniest in the world. It is yes, of course, world the world police democracy we need to leader.
Kessben.
President Trump is an indicted, I'm sorry to use the word, the indicting of criminal offenses.
Yes.
An indictment in America means the dynasty is only waiting for how many years and what they could do. Just how many years. American what now? Democrats what? Some of us, why a lot of the radio stations have been calling, as I speak to more than 6 radio stations are packed. Because I said this and say, this is the 5th time, it could be the 6th. We have surprises of American elections where I said the candidate was very popular.
Yeah.
From 2006, and year 2000, the biggest shock of American history when Al Gore, Almighty Al Gore, has to lose elections to your friend is saying George Bush in 2000. Why? Because of the same electoral college. And then electoral colleges, it is 270.
Yes.
It doesn't represent the popular vote of the United States of America. These 270 are electoral college. There are some smaller states and electoral colleges, as we say, bigger states. Why? Because in a way say, okay, the first state it must not disadvantage the other one. And to making sure that smaller states need the colleges near bigger. Ebini Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania East Coast. The blue states, America, are friend traditional states, Blue states, or the Florida as their air bar in the East Coast. Over Charleston, South Carolina. Over Charleston, South Carolina, for Basra. Over North Carolina, Raleigh. Go to North Carolina. What yes is Virginia as a state? Go to Virginia state. What yes either on the other side of Maryland and not on the other side of Washington D.C., which is District of Columbia. If you are over Delaware from Maryland side, from Delaware over Pennsylvania, from Pennsylvania over New Jersey over New York State over Connecticut, Connecticut over Rhode Island, you are going to New Hampshire, which is Nashua, or you are going to Boston on the left side. So that states in have been a dominant of the blue. Okay. Now shift to a little bit of inside of the east. Ohio. Ohio is one of the states, smaller states with bigger electoral college. Trump akofa Ohio solidly. Abeg blue state, wafa. Easy. Yanko Wisconsin, Yanko West Coast now, traditional. But who better election winner? The battlegrounds, is what is giving Kamala problems. What are the battlegrounds? The battlegrounds in your state are your MPP vote MPP, your NDC vote NDC. So they are the middle people from the floating voters,
Exactly. The swing states.
Yes, the swing ones, which is not determined, is determined by the order of the day, Trump is doing very well in the blue states, surprising battlegrounds, So we know, and some of us are aware, say, Americans traditionally, naturally, they are not prepared for woman president.
Okay.
Now let's look at the messages that go into the election. American election, it's about politics. It's about foreign policy. It's about education. It's about the Israeli-Palestinian war. It's about Ukraine war now being the foreign policy. Abortion rights. Medical. Who gives us insurance and who does not? And the main one is also the taxes. Either the rich will pay more or the rich will pay less. And then Trump's position had always been said, the rich will pay less and the poor ones should pay more. Look at that. Now if Appiah or no the same crime, if he died 6 years, 8 years, 7.
Yeah.
Trump in his history from 38 years. I'll be Trump. I will New York. I will change even the road. Trump Tower, so when you road. I be one major Giuliani or an advisor, Neno. Only Giuliani between 1 month. Look at the kind of properties anywhere or and a presidential candidate in the heat of election telling Americans say, so we need $200,000 a year. So okay now you busawa. That's when say 100,000. What is he telling you? He's telling you say forget about the tax. But then the reality of the matter is that me personally as a person, I love the man. He's smart. Because he was not a known politician, neither was he a politician.
Exactly.
Trump only said an interview on CNN some years back in the late 90s. He said, over join the party B, a presidential candidate. Party Ben and Kabe, or say Republican. But you are a known Democrat, or say yes. Why? Or say because they are stupid. Because they are stupid, our Republicans have this issue on their mind. That Trump, even to his own party, and then the congressmen and women and senators, leading to the fact that 31 of his congressmen, 30-something of his senators, Republican, support your friend is there.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala.
Yes, man.
How does that happen? It happens there. They didn't have anybody to bring because of Trump's influence on other senators and other governors and institutes. I'm making sure that on fat party, and on the best presidential candidate, rather no, there's nobody. But let me also put on record that American politics, the finest politicians like Clinton, the Al Gore, George Lieberman, John Kerry, McCain, any those out American in and out, top class American politicians.
Yes, man.
United States is like Ghana as we speak. They are struggling to have the better candidate. Which Appiah acquire Joe Biden fast or tricky. The Democrats are or Kamala Joe Biden knew very well say Senka or throw in the towel after his abysmal performance of first debate with Trump, no?
Yes.
And could throw in the towel now. And one time the closest time now woman to me for primaries, you know. And Kamala wouldn't be where she is now because she would have lost the primaries.
The primaries, okay.
That one thumbs up to Joe Biden's cleverness. But if we talk about the reality of the matter now, Americans are not prepared for a woman president, and the Electoral College, as we speak, you know, is not favoring Kamala, regardless of the popularity. The message is not the back campaign. To me, that is where the problem was. She concentrated overly on the climate. She concentrated overly on the abortion rights.
Okay.
She concentrated overly on somehow immigration, not so much. But Trump, they are in a position of better war. Also, want to encourage the balance of trade deficit between America and China. Meaning that Chinese bring more items, more goods and services to sell to Americans for American dollar compared to Americans. You feel say American businesses are losing. Trump said, all my European car giants, German cars, are expensive than any American private car or American. Oba, he will ensure say American forces to continue my private small cars. Now, what is he trying to talk about? He's talking about Tesla. Tesla has been one of his biggest sponsors.
And that is Elon Musk, right?
Yes. Max Eman 1.5 million to start. The company Accra was 2.5 million. What does it mean? That also best stop with the Hyundai, which is the best performing SUV cars in America.
Okay.
It will encourage the American country, American company to build smaller cars. And to know back with the business mindset, say, or push the economy, meaning say if the economy is stronger, employment will be stable. Whereas Joe Biden, Kamala, a concentrated match on Ukraine war with American money. Now, I personally have a problem with Kamala. Much as I do want her to win because of the immigration problems. Trump said, or be embark the biggest deportation, or started first with deploy one year, but this time around, he wants to do it. Or person said, child birth right, because say you can't get pregnant in your country like in Africa and come and ship the babies in America for passport.
Exactly.
That is the mindset. When you child birth right in more, America will not be attractive for any foreigner. And these are the things that oppress oil. Now, Kamala Harris, in my view, on now, Attorney General of California, on this gender LGBTQ plus, on Maakye said, Accra what 13 years, so decided to pursue ye gay. None my main prince, Papa Prince, the school teacher can sign up for her or him. And not or your transgender program and say, oh, so your bar, now you're better, on the course of California government, and Arnold Schwarzenegger,
governor, yes.
NTOCC, a lot of camps, a lot of hostels, a lot of dormitories. As we speak, and cry Omugu America, our California most especially in across the California state. Oma change gender. Regrettably, no 50 years and we'll call you in Yama. They do 18. Okay, no, I am confused. And them crying they are on wild drugs, depression. All these things were caused by Kamala Harris. To me, that alone, because I'm crying with depression at home or your friend is saying California, no. So sad, too tight, I'm crying out cautious. And they just want to nothing but say or could you. And indeed, so what creates our problem and depressive. And all why violent and we say cannot go to you cannot go bobia. The same case ends up in jail. So a trouble created by you creates extra problem for other families. And these kids are more than 5,000 across the state of California. With that mindset, with that alone, Kamala, these are some of the things that me personally, I do not, because Kamala Nyakwa by Ghana,
exactly,
Obejia in Parliament,
as
a U.S. first vice president of visiting Ghana. She did not bring any economic incentive, neither did she bring anything about economy. She looked at the face of our president and addressed the issue of gay and LGBTQ. Or they call Tanzania, which is an Islamic state. And those are the things that the governance, climate. Me, do I care about climate? You out here, you don't care about climate. You care about economy. Yes, your brothers need more. Immigration, there, only record, bad record with immigration. We go with deportation idea.
Okay.
Trump has a deportation idea. And there's a plus here, there's a minus here. But shockingly, American for there don't trust the elections until the results are completely out. But as we speak, 5 states and they being battled. So my minute man when here, she's out.
She's out. But a quick one before I remember Wakono, our hub. How is the Electoral College formed? Because the confusion comes at a point people might think say Appiah Kamala able to me winning all the popular votes. Yet Ebano Electoral College now Trump able to me winning most of them. Now the differentials between the popular vote and the Electoral College are decide who becomes the winner. No? How is the college formed? And a DNT and no Anna Ebeye the ultimate decision taker.
Baba, that are your constituency, yes or no?
Exactly.
And our constituency is your first say other other
polling stations
all polling stations.
Yes, electoral areas.
Electoral areas.
Yes.
And to one electoral areas, Ashanti region is a region.
Exactly.
How many senators and as an MP?
47.
That is where you have to look at it. And so 47 now. Yeah, I shared the Electoral College, 47, for instance.
Okay.
And you said, ultimately winning 47, no. Like so I win the Ashanti region, and then Electoral College. Name baby or wow bedroom, not polling stations, that's the electoral area, no. That state in Ankasa popular, your friend is MPP in the case of the blue.
Okay.
But Ekobase polling areas now. Obera a greater Accra no. Na NDC after polling areas in Nemom Dansuman. Any baby desire your brother say Dome Kwabinya and I say so true consistency big, What's a presidential candidate, while winning bigger numbers. The polling areas now, which is the colleges now, no Makwaku. And here share the total number of polls. Unyano ewo Dome Kwabinya. Etiminya 15,000 for president. Etiminya 120,000 for the president. But over polling agents, polling areas now. Over to be Odoko. Over to be there Dakuma polling areas now. Hanyano. MPP NDC for Akofa. The margin in Akikabuma. Your friend is the magic 535, the 538. Okay, Kabuma. So the magic 270. And only what you are looking at.
Okay.
It's not the total number. And if you don't concentrate on the magic 270 now, you're out. And the 270 being the total electoral area, electoral college, a hundred now and Trump on concentration at the white areas.
Okay.
And also balance in a way, say the smaller the state to some of them, the bigger the electoral area. And to say, let's say area no follow our brofuma. No mina ko tuguma. Downtown no daki for any bia Hispanics no go. Where the amonkoya mo numbers no. There are 16 electoral areas. Wetima winning 8 friends 10 of them. The numbers you say work when the popular or the other 16 no. It doesn't add up.
Interesting, quite complicated. But the comeback of Trump, what will it mean for the world's economy entirely? Again, Russia-Ukraine war play a major role. The Israel, Iran, other countries,
we're making a position clear. Iran, they are no more problem. Personal, it's fine. But we're making the position clear because we're pro Putin. Putin and Adamfo. He will not use American money. And Americans support Zelensky. Europeans, they don't have money to give him.
Okay.
Into Russia-Ukraine war, a lot of the economic problems in the world. Stop because and to we who say rather Russia, Ukraine, by giving much to the world economy as compared to the other parts of our unit. Hold on, Bacho.
Yes, exactly. And Mama, now I say, our home, say, oh, rubber before fraud. And thank you so much.
Mama, time was too crash, but they have so many interviews that right now I have to walk into a certain studio. We have more time to talk after this one.
Very well. I'm grateful for your time. And to Farouk, our hub, international diplomatic consultant, speaking to us on the sidelines of the United States. Abatua Air Koso. We'll get into the US now. Ghana for Binsua Ewoho Eddie and Komo. Some of them citizens are one kasa to abani bi obi monso ho a womonye citizens, yet they are observing and monitoring their air course the United States. Many Philip Toku enin komo in free the state of Ohio in US na anopemi misa ne say Euphoria no saying ewo America. Toku Otomeka, good morning. I know sir it's done ewo US. Saying
oh yes, I don't know so.
Eradi Adom, menso mehoye pa. And tell us, the general feeling ewo US, ahomachi, minim se afina adie eba bechi. Send aniema esi etie.
Oh, no ma kone de. Was surprise ma. Me dane camera no, yeah.
Hi.
Say, who bibi say the other who say, can you say hi to them?
Yeah. Hi.
Share your excitement.
Buddy! Trump!
Kessben.
Okay. Yeah, Appiah.
Yes, me too, Togu. And your mama to say with you. Yes.
Oh, no mamu yeboko. Sebruni, abijina wa camera nim. Na or ka hide there. Now it is confirmed, say, President Trump, as at now, no. The latest results are about Mamino enya 195, Trump enya 266. So officially, we winning anesa. Now the man no I say adia how much in there, but what the day NDC our Montana say it is Americans are happy to welcome back their president. So that's the general feeling.
That is the general feeling. But the state of Ohio, I mean, entirely, wako school, woho, I mean, what you want to say, oh, yeah, Juma, any idea. Elections are akwaso wa America, a dear teach you na America for a share suntia. I mean, popularly, Obeka Senka, Kamala Harris, Nanka, Obia Ruti say, Obetimi Ewini, Osha international media outlet ni nana. Most of them Osha debate a course wa. I mean, presumably Obiano tilted towards Kamala. But about the sign of surprises about to an extent, say Trump overturning Bibia and Opay, he's comfortably cruising to victory.
Yeah. Kwame, the truth is and then if we are say yeba amanyo semu na yeba abatuma, you see if we are say I think say this is my first time me witness say America for air trouble. Now ni say na no man nyina no because normal I think say when ura Farouk kedim komo up nsem no akando do na ba me gina no ma me nsa so na ma me ki me presentation. First one, America 43 Ohio for the mujina so to abakese edema Donald Trump no was economy.
Okay.
Economy no you see tembia e papa ko for can be some years ago. I say she was sitremu na to abapa. America for a show o sitremu eto abapa. Ade ba ko akwa me mesen hu na o America na yese. Omo nyim se we ye MPP ni ana we ye NDC ni. Se obaso na omo hwe se amamu no ana se economy nim no ayeden a omesesa ombeto omonsa ana omesesa omonsa and then they course because se wo hwe research ayaye omo ayebeto omo eni omudi nkomo tema na Trump wo so no even fuel kura no na omo de coins na eto wa filia kese pa obutumo kese be $10 ene Kwame o fele o car obi a utua $60 depending on o car na engine capacity entino two first, amu jina so bi mu say so okọ Walmart, check out Walmart supermarket. Ebia Ghana we ka say bia okọ big shop no.
Na come na say bibi.
That's it. O call ohono akodidwa uyi $100 America bi ka say $100 kwa menye sika kotoa no ma odi bebe fie no enye no makotoa enti ene abra Biden ne sama mi ba yi uyi $100 kwa me ubenya no maka kakra bi what you say enti no titiro no America fo gina economy ne so what you say omujitu say no mo ayede ayetin but no mo no ayede tema na Trump wo so no na no mo go as compared to any day. Two, I don't want to say Gina so Kessie pa Kwame to Abana Kessie immigration.
Kessben.
Papa Farouk Kanye. Adeba Koya no more twist Trump near say. Trump is not against immigration. No. He is against illegal immigrant.
Okay.
That's the difference. Illegal immigrant near say omo far border eso eba. What you say? Because say be far border so no be do America. That person is not documented. Untumi track no. Say okodi bone kra sebi untumi ehun nipa okodi bone.
Okay.
And as a bone abatin say ebia ye obi ka ye bo obi tuo sa no mani nyina ye sa nkofo na sebi they are not well documented in the country. And you ono there I think say one of the speeches or can say mass deportation. And a mass deportation is say oh Ghana na utie mi a mama oyem show say sebi unu abi ma maybe Ubi bi wabluchi a oba se o wabluchire na se o ne nkrata ana wanwura America ne kra kwan so a ene ye oche wabekofie because Kwame sankofo ni nyina na abema amma system no ma you ene sebi adwuma kra no emu ayede nkakra e de ama America fo nti sa no ma na ogina okan no eto ma so mu 3 asema osan ejina so ma to America for asomni titru how for etremone yese
Kessben.
cultural issue Kwame I think say cultural issues ni yese I think say Trump any ne party no omo ye omo a ye beka say bia Ghana beka say bia omo de omo jinyamedi and they are against so many things transgender sebi tunumu normal ekoso a emfata wakesetia what you say because right now when say over America see ya ye de sa no man etete nkwala no wo crutch say wuku square etete omo ese omo culture ese omo value enti I think say ne kasem nyina wagina sa no man so aka say ye gidifo na say ye ko asori na ye fa ye sika na ofa America sika ade da so ye say in God we trust na mean say omo ginyamedi na oginyamedi dia Kwame na wunya se oba be ware oba bema ebe ware bema ene wo oba tumi ka je se mama mpase meye oba e bia na akwa na ye ba o se mpase meye oba emra ma ne ho kwan bema otumi ka se me pese me ba eye e bia oba ye bema emra ma ne ho kwan but onu gina so ka se no I think say ye ko ye nim as country no because we read America for history Kwame bebre na omo sources ni na manyankopon.
Okay.
What you say? O de manyankopon de ya na che say sa no ma na e koso no eye tan. Nti ono de o cassette ya. E na woni tu ye nuanum so asabe o omo ya madwe say omo de sa no mo kono so omo kotai Biden and go for chi pushiska but you bia me ka say God is God. What you say? E nyame eye nyankopon nyame ene yi esi ne hene. Into also America for Gina so. And now your papa Farouk can say be another one almost saying Gina so the foreign relationship and I say foreign relations with other country. Oh America for your gophobia. Master, what is your stand on this? Come yinti. Oh because super powers. That's the truth.
Kessben.
And you know, acquire ABR. The old administration, I say the current administration, fast on it, and maybe it sunny AD and almost to say, Abia Uncle ye. And then, Sazam now, Kwame opening now for I just say at America for 18. Now, Kwame, the Saya 1 year, and they say Trump is for America. So, Ocean the Casamina, the Castle can I say American first. I want to say, oh, Ghana, young fan called Ghana. And the only country I say be young share for maybe a mine Ghana me free because over America, Kwame say the same qualification. Na many bruni e kopejuma on befa bruni no. That's the truth. What yes, or no, Trump preach over the years. Say, Sabi, say, Ubia Yajuma. Oh, how one crater so Yajuma. My mum, a crewman can.
And Sano before
So follow the American Kwame.
Yes, me too, pa.
But yes, a crewman can. And you know, that is even say school near Bakwa, a crewman can. Say a Juma, a crewman can. Any benefit Biano should be a crewman can. What you say? And now, also, a papa Paruk Sanka, Miss Air to Accra. And then Ubia Peso of America. Ubia Peso of America, yes, you Ubi crying or Ghana, and I say be Africa, no about and a moment and say, oh, what crowd ha, or American citizen.
Okay.
But, or per se, you discourage this idea, no. Into one or per se, what your name, not Tinchina say, oh, papa, American, oh, mamma, American. So yeah, illegal immigrant now be wo ha automatically oba nya American.
I see.
Ono na amanfo yeah train anu esi bone say on pair immigrant accept any sanity. But Kwame, in all no, I think that right now the atmosphere dunia amne ne wadwumam nani aje wo tonyom o tiatiam meaning say they are ready for Donald Trump.
They are ready for Donald Trump. Now, before I met my work no, munyina no moye immigrant. Momo de mo for kwan papa so na mo koye. But generally, the African community, the Ghanaian society, munyina mo wo ho. Trump be president. I believe say obia ehonka. The blacks precisely. Awomunim say that immigration policy no targeted at them no. Womo you okay, knowing very well, baby a resort to no ekeka say.
Kwame, yes, say, Oya Papa unsro atemuda.
Kessben.
I didn't actually say, oh, 5 Papa so and about America. Now we are well documented. Offer airport or identify. Kwame, then a usro. Make us say,
Kessben.
Or targeted illegal immigrants. You can't illegal immigrants. Almost 5 bonus so about a crew.
But wouldn't say no, wouldn't say no, wouldn't you be a honoma, one who bet me a car, will be a honoma, connection man be an a year, ya mouth to me, then a remu, or remu, a be crying and crata crano, Ninsa intime and kaya. Probably walk on say walk off for conference, it be a 3 months to be, and a 6 months to be no assign a chi abagana, or could do, you know, wakaho or system name on person beba back. What Prinity as will bet me a young crater now afe legally no system no etimia recognizing no. Now San Crawford it is no say Trump you swear ni in or be a president what will be their fate in America?
Kwame, ode ma ko tight corner. Mami no na you know American this is sebi ekura mi free so ameba. Emra ene ye juma. Kwame say on say ade a ama Ghana and Africa e sign echi dane nyina kire say oh we dey minia oh we dey say anya hwe we dey o say but ade a me hu na America na ye say ye mfa saa entra ha ekura utwika na police estopewa e say odo nsa go stia so ekura police etewa oka I beg you and I'm sorry pe e say another offense.
Okay.
Meaning say unim emra na ubuso. What you say Kwame? Enti no so wo ha ne kra ni nyame yanim. Then na bema ye nuanom afri Ghana aba US. Because your economy ni ye ekroni etimu no enye ne kra ba akopɛ enti saa na tie dia ene adente ye mpanyimfo emeka omo ka bi ewo mu no entoto kro ni ye. Because ene right now no the ye Papa Trump e kan ye say oba ena atense omo hya say o Texas. Is a mama police for to me. Say any police stop you. Now what your driver's license. No, to me, mom, a man home by Musa say, on crata, one in crata, Kwame, that moment, who could fee. No credit back because Nina ye, among policies are ambassador, almost catty, or more mobile. Now, my own call for the citizen in your farm who dear Juma. What you say, Kwame, I never come, me cram Trump. Me support to no and I say be a manage say obani say manka or na dwen say ene say me yadwuma overtime a yeteme ndi ene overtime no kwa me o ye kwa na o yam sisi because ubeye wie na yate tax certificate ni nyina ba ye Papa Trump say say na oba na 40 hours emra na ma ho say week bi say obi wo on krata obey adwuma 40 hours we about 40 hours now 80 hours cra 80 hours 30 e 40 na so no ye tax and this ke biara no wo di go fie and then the to America for titro on say America bi aye adwuma e to mutire mu what you say enti no Kwame now so wo ha now ne your friend agudie oni agudie oni no made a ene ye bia ntempa so ase bia wo making the policies no sebe ona be hu the way out ohun ena Kwame ma memfa wo fidie we so nka nkere enuanom kana fo wo fie ye wo fie no ye hu ni sa ense da anyu wo te say bia oba America ye fine ana wo tu kwan ye fine ko UK ye fine ko Canada but so wo Ghana Kwame we say it will sound controversial so wo Ghana na wasitrem eye wo dwuma eye like wo bibi wa you okay Kwame I'll urge you say it's better say be a sebe obetena fie because e binum a ba ha no inimom a binum bre Kwame me ka sem wey as a Ghanaian e binum bre binum na ye kasa because say oba na wo ne nkrata Kwame kwan ya binum komu no e ya reho what you say but say oba na wo fa no kwan so o I-94 like o status Kwame and the end I'll tell you say be because oba 50 million kwabla but say oba na wo ni mo bia wa ha ebinom about atom omodan ebinom ton mo japade Kwame on there is not advisable. I'm telling you it's not advisable but question of time there remember me to tight one what I say because omo support the new administration in na say immigration mobile go bia so be immigration mo go kakra what I say but on say that American America for the Kwame omo the emra and the yadwuma.
Very well. Jogo, mame na wasi na minya o nakoda kakra. So wo ye adwuma so atwa so.
I mean that but baby like you see the air kika ko ye hu. Me say me asa na me born the tough ni nyina no mame nka sem ba kompe.
Yes, na yem fancy.
America of all countries. And at all countries Kwame omu gina ade so.
Kessben.
O hwe wasitena mu na to aba. Wa wutie me no say Kessben e ko akire. Mama on said dear Emma Ghana Sebio, Tembia Maka say air quanachi and I say be a Ghana into me and Pijana yet to say, you me to NDC mu, you me to MPP mu, you me to PPP mu, and ne what would you mamma papa would see me? She was sitting to aba. Oh, because now to me to body 2 cities. Then I want to body 10 cities it's up to you. Now Kwame, now you to pure water, even 20 pesos. Now to pure water, 50 pesos and 1 city. It's up to you. Now say Kwame, now ya sassy a your crudging, you so a crudging, then you to your galam say, no ma and some fata Kwame, it's up to you. What you say? Because you are sitting na yan to abapa. I dare Kwame ba America Kwame mehu, I told me busa me say then at sebe yeje. Because Kwame, when I'm here, I'm not a yejuma. Matra almost 3 years. Kwame, Mati a ben bakope, a ben ka eba ben 1. Olumbono na ye bo a ben ediegu sebi abuaso. Once ane a etwemu okwemu. Like meaning say emra eyejuma, udu bebia speed limit eyejuma, udu bebia like everything is in order. But a man ye timu no ye bebu mu se sa na e kwa na. Kwame, and then
I believe so baby fia betuaba, right?
Oh, minya kwenya meba. Minya kwenya Kwame meba betuaba. But abana meba betu no, me hwe ma sitena mu because Kwame a day omo a omubuse sika. A day omo a omope emo anu busa ho say how? What you say? Because say na obi yadwuma 31 days. Na Kwame, omo no 1,500 cedis. Which is less than $100 our America. Then now catch any pan.
How would the person survive?
You're too renting. And a Kwame, and the time I say, me ba Ghana me no share me can be was a Kwame. Ghanaians are magicians. Seriously. Like and a year to renting and a year to aduanimu and $1 cost ro. And to answer your two. And like the question is
very well.
Me campaign party A and I say party B. But me the policy means say she was sitting ya papa ko for na kai. No pay me chiao Namintia, Appiah, and a payment so Timmy the Dendremichiano, Appiah.
Very well. To go back to my now was in Namin Fancy, a brain into Yabasaka Sebium. Why? Philip Toku, a Ghanaian resident in America, Ohio State, and Opemini Edin Komo, telling us generally how Obia Efa a year the elections are air courses here. Now we come back home, not yet the Efian common so Kakrana. If I was in a Tenassi and Opay, ma Meneno Edin Komo Emrameba. We have some analysis for you. 31 days more to election 2024. And to stay with us now, election source now. Any and common. We'll be bringing you more analysis. The swing regions, no na afi yetimi amawahu the electoral history, the records, and the tracking of it. The way I'm to about in some of the regions, vis-a-vis what to expect going into December 7. Stay with us. Na bebo san komono surely. Mamema of our was na memano akwaba. Wono penyin pa esanso ye for by Edema or Batampa Prostate Center. Of our margin and pom to say,
ya median, Namuswe.
I radiadom, Yenso Yahu Yepa, and Abihu one archer.
And the crack.
Kessben.
Batampa for what to say, and you want to say,
but I'm out to my cost fine.
Okay. Ma yenin comwe, and no pay will buy ya, dear now won my yang.
Yo, and a pay the boko, said they ain't any no. Prostrate ya dear, any uncle for my duma mudra. But they bought amount for. This Mitiha na and once on a Rebecca. Said they ain't any no posted the idea, I am a manqua. Now, I remember I am Eddie and fear and fancy Biasa, I echo and fancy. And now I tie your mo. The casa prostitute, I will a Hunamaquabia, a bata, a Junso Chano. Now, a no moon, a dudumena, a day, Junso free, a Junso Chano, a bat, Yabema moon, and nam. Now, the admitted to a says, Bamano Bessia, a Odin Shubi, a bois, spams no, a bat or barn, who said a bay to me, a bat or barn huntem. And then a Jupa or Yano. And then go for Yama Maguano. And you know, na juma ya no na sa portrait no omua anene hunama kwa omua ehunu okay hunam duane mu titru ono enti se ehunu a ade nsusu bi ti se dedi kampa se wo opposite hu a emma wa start adun so pi anajo
okay
bejun so bro dia wo
wanda no be sorry adun so
bebre anajo enti emua se ogusu jun so no a be na jun so na o jun so count so person jun so Behena, one more ya hana ujun so go. The baby amika say portrait atwam yade ono kro no abema just on count one more ya ha ujun go hu. E bedu baby just on count to go jansa ujun so a. E be fambre kwansi na ujun so e. Be asa uchim ansa na wajun so. Yade na na esa. Nti omu abehena
Kessben.
A friend saying ujun so a but say I say just wajun so e bi aka ujun so twa no mu. Nti no yes apa ujun so ya nche bia na say osanko ujun so biem because e bia ka ujun so brother no muntinu na say ujun so biem omu a behunu na bedu level bi say botumi ujun so boja nko street ana so say usisi be oya o mama sam be kofom ujun so na ana so emma pressure wo achinu anti say first no be usina ujun so no e wo form ahwe na ujun so go na ho na so abana ujun so eni na nsusanso ni bia na ekoso saa bedu baby no da ko be sorry say ojun so na akawa ya se Kwame akaba ko bi amenkan ye ebetu am ojun so gu ho anim say ojun so de
okay
anu bi na to Sudan mampeni ojina parade a ojun so gu no ho na no bia enti no omu a odidim wato da ko be sorry say ojun so na ojun so na akawa ya se
na makra
biem eno no ebasa na say o hospital ma de dodo ban hyewo na yare no nimguase yade na sanso ye owu yade
okay
woni sa no ehu adosa nhede ni ho sa nti uko hospital say wa obi a asasi na eyo na uko hospital uko do bi say tamsuru na do chloride and say finasteride na edba mawo sa do ni ya no adwojo manage ujun so no but positive na ko fa how no ba ni de enye ho hwe
okay
aha na no na miamia yi maduma amameduru a positive na do ha no ba no akofa ha no ba no me di oba na pese me hwe wa mo adura sa positive no ebadwodwo no bu ne beka se obe shrink no ama na sinda dem na afi na sa ha na mbo din sesi ani na na den na atiko na no na ema metumi ka se so bia so positive do chamia oboa because me mankasa me a victim abra me nya me positive start here me to ndo no me bebre antentam kusi se me ya maduma obi e do esu kire me a ende me tie me ni sa problem no whatsoever na no so na me dia abo amanfo bebre sesi a me tiwe ma hwe nipa e ko be 1000
okay
omu nyina so
omu nyina ho atomo
mo nya ya so mo roba ọmọ aba makachi a mama mo aduro mama mo yeye mo bebre me se me bie ahoma ntum se se amanfo frɛ betin ko nipa bebre frɛ e dia dance se ampa de me kan se wo ka se me ni papa bi ba ha
e be dia dance
onu se yon na ton aduro no western region
okay
very good entunu se me ka se mo positive aduro a no kre me kan with conviction say because me no eto me num ndo bebre me ngofo do num bebre andentam nti ama me hu se meduro no yaduro a ya me adom na se minister of health jatum e hospital ama ye di ama ayasa for hospital obi ni wa be sha no ba ko nipa no ko osase ojuso pi no okono man num a e be swinge position amana asa na chi ama fo ba me nchen ama me oba me test once
okay
me test wi a na mo do kono ma o san be
wo ho a ye de test
wo ho
e
problem no
okay
enti me test wi na so mo do no ko a o san be sa test be na akofom
okay
de biom virtually obi ni wa ba makachi a mama na duro na wa ko akonom no san ba ma ya hwe na position na akoso da dabi de se bia wa jatum be se abosu be se me na ombaye na ana be bitme pija but enu sa no no anasem
nti eduro no etimi S2 asie kra okay
minimo obi oba me nchen oba ade no de wotra o mane ko akiri a ebe famra se no ho ato but upo somdwe a ese sa na ese o ye no oba no ma na duro okọ economy onum wi na san ba test na ekofom me hwe na ko fom am no post na yi no eba 16 cm cube last time oba me test me samuzu me ni wa wie na hwe wa amasi de waduro we post the 16 cm cube dia now you okay so onu say wadi adansi achi amana kofo be enam no so aba mama hwe omo ndi se me ka se maduro no a no kra na me ka no ndi so biti uti me ne a man dwin se bia bia sika na me pedo do na nti me de adafede sem ebeda obi agi sika ye yansa fo man ye tifo brato na mombra wo ba me hwe na speaker woni bibi na me adum FDA ama me approval
FDA ama approval
me certificate da ho esi am be costos
okay
me guso am ye ho adwuma be do stores be do baby no wo hospital na se ka che wo post a eno answer pemado na kire kwan eno ndi pepi prostar herbal tea pepi
okay
prostar herbal tea entino se ya me adom na the stores a ende wo ti se wo sa ti bi enu na se wa hospital wa kone se ukone se ekase wo sa ti bi enu na se wa den wa hospital pharmacy and drugstore
okay no
na food so
congratulations to you
yes minister of health for some gintuma ebedu bedu ma beja tum dey be me ka se me bomb pie se minister bi a nipa kase bi ana minister of health ana director bi ni nua ana onwa ana se papa ana nubusu ni bi enyare positive bi to at the credit card state no fan mra na me hwe na no ho to no a omo ana be ka se edo we dey say dey yadi tum hospitals because me ka say me nipa bi a me hwe no wo so do kwam wo efo wa sebu na hospital wo Winneba ni hospital kon dey nti okọ na doctor ohwe ya doctor hwe na test hu ze nya akofom no bi sa no ka che no winim say doctor na recommend ma obi so enam so aba ma ka che
okay
yes and doctor say the same thing tim susu say wanya omo ye objective no so hu say do very good wa omo na be ka say no e say dey do ebo amanfo ti say me ka wasama na me ka na ni
Kessben
na positive no me ade bia mu wo sa no ekunipa very first class nipa 100 ne benya emu 98 positive be ko mo because edo no ense de ni ho sa na etese de start wo etese de odi budini atwe etu wo so a dancer will become posted a starting quadia, wouldn't say a statue when I catch over posted in quadia, Pamasam faces and Monuia.
Okay.
Because and dancer will become doing a dono, chin. Last minute, the way a bear cancerous. Sanity. Ninpe brave, uncomfortable Maakye say, Obi Nana and the Kuno, Papa and the Kuno, in your crabby a Kuno. Nature say, so a yen panwa, say, the Humbertoni, the Anyes are. Into Mecase, Obia, a Chedicasia, Obidima will be our posted in this obey Machaquine. Honestly, a Chedicasia pa, Obia, war posted, Nissa will be better Machaquine say, call. About overworking about the process center. Nakoja Yashe. Into me can with conviction say, so was at be more. Man moving that down. So we swag you piece about Udabra, Baumbato. Man, Tom, I didn't and Quenimu and yes, too serious because as I know, insanity.
Okay. Of our location, no any numbers, no.
Me were 50 Pratt last stop. Oh, you know, Cassock and Pompono so. Uba udukaswa kasa openye okoye no station oko station wa kacha da bisase enchi of 50 down taxi we taxi na kacha da ba so bi so batampa osi wo mo junction so a e free ho kom ba mo junction be na to be 3 minutes pe me no mani nie 0553 800 678 0553 800 678. I call Western Regional, Fanoma Way, 0246 04 34 58 0246 04 34 58. Wokumasini in Kwaswa, Fanoma Way. 0249 another 49 61 66 0249 another 49 61 66. A house no say opebia opening Francis or ase ya Kessben here opebino wo awem ha wo New Town wo Secret wo Achimota bra ho ba baby o hato why ntino aduro de ye adwuma na ebo amanfo anche bia se dem kan no e be costos mo bia opebia no
very well. Over, Mami na was here no pain.
Sumi da masipi.
That's it. I'm in sure.
Kessben 92.9. I sit down to
all right, bringing us exactly 38 minutes after 8. This is Kessben. And indeed, we're coming to you live from our studios here. Well, I said that Twin Towers. My main fast, Danny B. Emma EKD phones na anope EKD phones adaroma. But your one more than she said, Papa, dear Gua Kwemo, anope, oh yeah, a branch here, oh yeah, Baba, what, but your oh yeah, nim before pa. That's so, Ufune crowing ye. Anope bo homo day, EKD phones are back. Say, no, one more the payment plans on condensation on Condia back. Phone be a crowd be a any papa be a but your oba. One more ebeshe phone no na afe one more ma ofofro na wetua kakra de ato ase de ebeka no ubetimi atua ne kakra based on the planner one more ede bebo and teach you iPhone lovers more amope iPhones no the latest versions are abanyina no EKD phones say anope men kan cho se bra na be upgrade ho to the next level but your phone ne bra opese wo so Appiah wo mo beje na afe wetua sika ne bi ede aka ho na wo mo ma the latest version of iPhones are a what Ghanaian market no eso na no achiri no mpacho o pese wo ye high purchase wo to na wo tuatua ne kakra pacho ni nyina no ade se enhyehyɛ e wo ho no ma EKD phones ana akwakofa sa installment payment plan ye ede aba eno nti anopay se wotemenka wo mo Kwame Nkrumah circle American mall wo mo ne odo rice no ana edi enhwɛ ni mo anopay wo mo bie shop no mu ndi ato ho na enema ewom no wankasa wudru ho ade wo pese wo kucha as phone bia no wani ebeje ho ye pa mo so amopese mo ni ye didwa na moto phones ewo ye nchen ekoton ni nyina no anopay EKD phones adaroma wo ban hye bia ho bia no wo mo ene obedi ho enkomo from numbers no 0539 989759 0539 989759 and after 0536 787973 0536 787973 73 na woni EKD phones eni nkomo anope so that boy posted in a booster bar Mr. A drone one was why I would jam my shadow pay. But your wow, ye, Jumaka Caribbean, I will take malaria, chidi area, and a chichi war, and they watch over. We immune system no aye weak. But you'll be boosting my audition con abemo na what me I could yet ya redom in as I said, what no in booster bar Mr. Ronnie na ebebo we ye. Call a year, Chambala, Ubenya be Bogatanga, wa, baby, I will now across the country be an Ubenya be at all. And crying, we call Kaishi Drug Lane, herbal shops and chemical shops. Who doing in a ton and most of our Mr. For Endronibi. Say open and do more to pay for one more on 0246 208496 0246 208496. Now, when a year in boost about Mr. For in the Encomo and pay now one more Ebeje was so patch up and the Papa boost immune system. The Winner baby, I just in boost. Now, Eclipse Collateral Management for that Pacho, one more the property document, at the year Jumana, I feel one more chair commission, ever. A Japadia run no man, why young cracha, the Atu Japadia Sunina, and the Eclipse Collateral Management for Abua was Aquay, so Abua, Edon Cracha, and why Juma. Now, one more to me, Etria, Cassadia Bay, as he comes to be show, but which your man pay your business woman, open loan, your free bank, and so when you collateral, Eclipse Sebra, not when you want made income, one more with collateral. Now, it's me, Ejina, so my one sir, Accra will loan. I'll pay open with Chakoya, but your own cry, how we call you to Abakan Street, Ewa Denton New Side. Now, when you were deep, come on, and free more, and as a friend, one more on 0266 9020 0266 999020 and after 0302 551877 0302 551877. Now when the Eclipse Collateral Management ending commoting safety and a decent income. Now it must confirm that Roman Pacho one more ton sas. As a papa, man so bia no enim and no pay will pass for private development and I will pay for commercial purposes and no pay a Mascon Estate Ghana Limited for Abba, Sebrana Beje and Sasia, man so sembia no enim. But your one plot, a 15,070 by 100 by measurement. Half plot here, 9,000 Ghana cities. 100 by 35 and no pay bra, Nabeje would dear na ebebwa we year. Just few minutes away from Central University and I feel Seglemi affordable housing projects, say open your office at Chakwanya and pay bra a year community 18 junction on the Spinters Road. I won't cry now when you any come 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and after 0553 838730. Now when a Mascon Estate Ghana Limited any and come out of pay. Jamaica Daruma and a woman Appiah. Go from Maakye.
Yeah, Kwame Jusu.
Now it's saying,
hey, Nyakopada.
The way I come, I call you
Yamia Domara Kwabiabo.
Yeah, that lady I'm poor. I say, maybe I do America.
Maybe I do America. Kwame, Abrantiana in Dinkum. Last one, a flip to cook, right?
Yes.
Let's some now, Kwame. Say, if he has anything to go by, I think that these things will reflect Ghana election.
I see.
Because
Kessben.
Or might be out the way or mojene. Or man be out Kwayam Faso Moto Maba.
Okay.
You make what I say. America found me Jenna Ghana. They will take Ghana or enjoy free senior high school. He doesn't care about what is happening next. And we'll be so free there. With the free senior high school now, my business is not like how I know.
Yeah.
8 minutes is that one is there.
That is a fact.
That's the fact. But Kwame, me travel deep from now machine na me share that night. My monitor say Kwame say koye economic affairs issues. Because there are so many issues a bebe timi ama Trump winning.
Yeah.
Jamaica what I say. And issues a bit to Trump winning.
And Trump also was very clear with the policies.
Yeah, the policies
against some of those issues.
Yes. So Kwame, say the economic aspect, you know, it take at least about 40% of issues are a course so a math Trump the winning year. Kwame, ubia ye koto aba this year because this year 60 nations and e to aba.
Yeah.
Wa wunyan to de biano because by the end of 31st December the no be actually there. It wa wunyan to de no. Say America for de ne ba now economy nya Kwame you have a problem. The reason why be problem is say American we are made to understand say they understand issues than any other countries. How many UK, Germany, America, UK. These are people analyze crucial things before they vote. They analyze ideologies and policies. We are made to understand that. You understand? Now listen to me. The America last year,
Kessben.
they will need 9 trillion to revive their economy. $9 trillion post COVID. And the Russia-Ukraine war. Say at a point in Myanmar, no more crowd free home affect you and they have to make sure say somebody says it can be best supported the neighboring countries. Not wheat ne and money flour ye Mexico money that's neighboring countries no. Omo they abo ama America for any aduane. Say they need that $9 trillion. Kwame tie as my make you. But you see, American you analyze issues. Yakache say or analyze ideologies, issues, and son of my twaban. Ono no ntiase say baby a yadru sisi ano Kwame. COVID ne ye fene say Russia Ukraine war. Eye issue.
Kessben.
Jamaica no what say. Eti so okojina ayusu kokoto aba. Kwame some way. So the BJ, it is say, oh no, American in Ukraine about based on the economy. Then, what from no Kwame? The American decision can inspire your election, can have effect on your election. Meaning, say, if I'm making sense.
Yes, I'm getting you, was here, because we shared the economic situation. Say, Utsiye. The Toku Kanwa first in 2016 at Trump wohono ukra $100 okay oko supermarket like a Walmart you are able to purchase niyama bebre enti the event purchasing power o basket mu yema the opposite to be our groceries near the na ultimato but currently niyama bo ayedin in America amankrofo agina so e dey to aba e dey matron yes
so what I'm saying is I didn't think the whole normal boying. But you say, ti issues ase. What is happening in the world. But that people who say, by this time now you do, and yes, I didn't try. So economy, they make what I say, which it can also reflect on Ghana's election. And then you talk to be there, Kwame, the LGBTQ plus. The LGBTQ plus. Me sure pass after this election NDC for Bessa could repeat that issue. They said some judge made an attempt at a folly. So
say all this one or Kamala is for LGBT society.
And the Kamala also came to Ghana
and made the same assertion.
Made not assertion but an attempt to convince this country. And the bill near that parliament no akwa say ye sign oh the BG.
Yes.
A betimia on sube NDC for betimia you should that thing.
Because we know now or leader or propagate tries to convince countries need to accept, you know. Or no one can say so they are
and that person came to Ghana or buy an sad issue this so I think the political parties no Kwame despite say minimum say Trump winner the MPP will say that the elephant has won. The elephant has won. The elephant has won. But Kwame, sir, it is said the other day, sir, election we say, and a win-win situation my both NDC and NPP, and a lose-lose situation at my NPP and NDC. Despite say, Kamala, a Democratic Party, which is Democrat.
Yeah.
The NDC would have wished Senka Kamala be winning because I don't know more political party.
Okay.
Because Bill Clinton came to Ghana in 1997
Kessben.
when the National Democratic Congress was also in power. Obama came to Ghana when
there.
And President Bush came to Ghana 2007 where President Kufuor, Republican Elephant, and MPP were also in power. So NDC be percent aka Democrat ebe winning. But Kwame baby adiane kono say adene flipia the NDC will have more to say.
Because
they will get more. Yes, that's it. And the issues now surrounding and so say ebia Trump was went to maintaining the lead, you know. Let's say the only thing that the MPP will have, and they say, oh fine, the vice president, Yakoto Obama, America for Yakoto Obama, the vice president. They watch all the economic indicators, but yet they have voted for the vice president. So, Kwame, some way.
Oh, the vice election is the whole year.
I remember, you've been able to catch the eye of the speaker until your motion has been sustained. I feel you're not being able to
Honorable Speaker, I'm ready.
Appiah, yet, Ghana 40. Alright, I'm sure and now I say now me mawakwaba once again. I have Kessben 92.9. Me need Kwame Appiah Kubi now. We're taking you straight. We just have about 31 days more to election 2024. Now, as we began on Monday, Yanewo Eguswa ADM Komo about some of the swing regions in our country are a deciding factor when it comes to elections in Ghana. Just a recap of it. Yadobeko Greater Accra Adope Yebesanso Etimu Ebiem Nana and Bra yesterday with Greater Accra a day before yesterday the Western region Adope Yebeshe the Central region once again Yebeshe the Ekoso in the Greater Accra region now afi yashe a region like the Western North. The first time one more Etuaba as a region, full-time region, was in the 2020 general elections. But in time past, we've been able to pull out data apesiste the Western North region, and typically yabema wahu the ekoso in that particular region, and then what to expect in the next 31 days ewo yenimo se Ghana Kotuaba members of parliament president there. Some of the regions any dynamics what those regions any kwanya womufa so womotu womaba no eno ho nkomo ananope yene wo AD 56 after 8 Kessben join you live wo Facebook na ma wadwen training nyina no emra yebeje na yakenkan ni nyina no e dia mawo anope mpacho. Kessben TV is the handle, and I think Kessben FM 92.9. Obetimi at the Wagin training in Dano, Afaso Edia Ba, na Yakinkai Edia Mao. Now, and dry here with a greater Accra region. Yaka a lot about issues in the greater Accra region. But what you need to know, and it's a metropolitan area. Metropolitan area, comprises of a lot of ethnic groups. Again, Ghana's capital, the greater Accra region. You have a lot of groups, tribes bibri and womote greater Accra region, womo edi, womo ejuma. Now, a kwine bena. Don't forget, the metropolis is as well made up of a lot of elite group. Okay, most of the middle class, the upper class, lower class, but I mean, a lot of people are wahani and Crawford and African Paul. Okay, it has a lot of influence on the people and what the bottom line of a society. For that reason, what goes into elections in the greater Accra region? Say yeba betu aba and Crawford e won cry ha, one more register one cry ha. And then you come to the traditional Ga Adangbes, who are typically the landowners of this particular region. Now we are coming into that detail shortly. We share the coastal belt what the greater Accra region predominantly NDC, but most importantly region way ababeye a swing region for about 8 consecutive times Ghana ako abatu so you cannot emphatically predict say Appiah abatu ayeko NDC nebe winning and I say NPP nebe winning. But my share the records in terms of parliamentary history. The NPP, the New Patriotic Party, as against the National Democratic Congress. Parliamentary history in terms of seat, etimi accumulating now in 1996. And Maakye said the NPP, New Patriotic Party, enya 9 seats. So all the blue colors, represent the NPP, and all the green, represent the NDC. In 96, NDC won the a lot of parliamentary seats in the Greater Accra region by giving us 13 seats. Then comes the year 2000. President Kufuor Ebemu as presidential candidate for the NPP or shifted region to be blue or teneno. Now from all the way 9 seats, Ebe secure 15 seats as against the NDC, giving us some 7 seats. 2004, Obampenyi Kufuor won again the Greater Accra region for the NPP. We need more seats as well in terms of parliament. Unya 16 seats as against 11 seats. 2008, the NDC stages a comeback from 96. Wamutimi winning a lot of seats in the Greater Accra region. The next one Wamunya the highest seat was in 2008, a major election year. As then, don't forget now President Kufuor ni 8 years as president with trade. In 2008, Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo became the candidate of the New Patriotic Party. In that election, NPP enya 9 seats in the Greater Accra region, and then NDC winning back a lot of seats in the Greater Accra region by making 18 seats. Now over 2012 as well, NDC maintaining region by securing a lot of seats. So clearly it tells you that 96, 2008, 2012, NDC on 3 consecutive different election years, we need a lot more of the seats in the Greater Accra region. Then comes 2016. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Eba again for the third time as parliamentary candidate of the New Patriotic Party, managed to flip the region from 2008 and 2012. A lot of the seats could be NDC. This time round, of Appiah Emma region no Ebeye blue. For that reason, the NPP won 21 seats as against 13 seats for the NDC. So typically, the NPP winning Richard Mary data Bakunansa. The NPP winning about 3 times in terms of parliamentary seats, winning highest, and then the NDC as well winning highest. And see, you come to 2020, we'll tell you more about 2020 because that is the most recent election. In the December so clearly it tells you say now in this particular region no you can count of 1 2 3 for the NPP and then 1 2 3 for the NDC in terms of percentage share. Richard, you are just flip the other side now, Yenko. In terms of percentage share, Ubehu said the NDC in terms of voter, one more governizing in the region, no, mami percentage ones, no, that Yentuaso. In terms of more percentage, one more governizing in the region, no, is around 58%. Then that of the New Patriotic Party is also around the same figure. But clearly, who say Greater Accra region, no, a region Bakwa. Now, you cannot emphatically say, aha, the stronghold of the NPP or the NDC. Now, typically, one more share may be so that the Tuaba and Nana Ziga air catcher will say the NDC and the NPP, Greater Accra region, resident Ewaha, one more a year Gan Adango's typical ones, including one more a year 2 Kotina, one more 2 from their respective hometowns and regions, Ababet and Hano, do not necessarily look at development they look at policies and affecting womo moving forward and send a womo to me after home ato aba now yenko a year presidential no now this is 2020 in terms of seats currently as we speak there are 34 constituencies in the Greater Accra region. I told you say in 2016 the New Patriotic Party won a lot of seats in that particular region. Now in 2020 elections, the NDC flipped back. And this is the time, and so it is the first time an opposition party a winning region where Wabra went to me and we need to become president. Clearly, the NDC in 2020 we need 20 seats out of the 34 constituencies. Emma NPP enya 14 seats in the just recent election yetimi in 2020. And in terms of presidential and parliamentary, the NDC won the Greater Accra region in the 2020 general election. Yet, they could not win the presidency. Yet, they could not secure a good majority of seats in the Parliament of Ghana. And this is how the figures are looking. Now, the consequences, it be anything going forward in the next 31 days, what are we supposed to expect in the Greater Accra region? How will things look like? And in terms of presidential, we are just showing you the graph for you to understand the facts. From 96, in 96, the NDC won the region presidential-wise. In 2004, the NDC as well won the presidential. Then you come to 2008, NDC winning, and then 2020 as well. And clearly, it tells you, sir, this is how the dynamics, SC ACO, and that is for the Greater Accra region. Now, in terms of raw nominal figures, in 2020, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo enya 1,250,174 votes, representing 48.1% in the Greater Accra region. As against 2016, onya 1,060,157 as well in the Greater Accra region. Now, John Mahama in 2016, enya 946,048 votes, and Afe in 2020 20 or improve here by securing some 1,326,596 votes. And that is how our event in the last few elections are. But the figures I'm giving you, a comparative analysis of figures, raw nominal vote and kasa. The presidential candidates, the leading ones, etimi secure in 2020 and after 2016. Now we'll take you to the central region, but before that, Nana, Mamintio, quick one. Now, looking at this data, any electoral records are what are we to expect as a country going into December 7th? We have barely 31 days more. Greater Accra a bit silent, okay? A lot of political activities say and said that so ube who say political events koswa parliamentary candidates in MPs and organized, but generally the two major political parties we are not really seeing much of them in the Greater Accra region, and don't they have the effects going into December 7th.
Okay, Kwame, yes, we are looking forward to see the two political parties, NDC, ever continue with the change of government. You understand?
Yes.
Because in every 8 years, the Greater Accra almost is a government. Every 8 years. 2000, 2008, 2016, and 2024, Kwame, they change. And we are also looking forward to see the new patriotic party can also break the jinx for the first time. Say, Yatuaba, a change of government here. The party, Etimia Winnie, the incumbent party, Etimia Winnie, your father said the capital, but Kwame. Issues.
Yeah.
Issues. We say one or two issues beat me back in a certain region. It can also reflect our elections.
Okay.
We share the year 2000, the change of government. Kwame, Ghanaians were looking for change, and that sound we should have. That time, ne says shall say the capital because I capital. But Adia Bakwa, National Democratic Congress, omen the antidote to it to the election day was a Mebukubo.
Okay.
You understand? So it was like, despite President Rawlings at that time coming from the security background, that time na ma nkofo ni safe over this country. It will be a too quiet, and I say obia ko jasolo oba by 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 4 p.m. and so ukofi.
Yes.
Ma production from our this country. So insecurity eka who be the man your friend say NDC elusive. But I'll share the 2008 one issue so new patriotic party.
Kessben.
The land grabbing. You understand?
Grabbing of lands in 2008.
Chiefs were complaining,
and here history is repeating itself.
Yes, they complained bitterly about the land grabbing in the country. The American watcher say, "Ama series of meetings are how many president go for all the BJ. I know free say a whole J lands at the few almost them. That then also contributed Emma NPP lose election
in 2008.
In the 2000, and Kwame, whether you like it or not. Remember, Gamancha once said that the Greater Accra will decide the election.
Exactly.
Yeah, every year they decide, with the exception of the 2020 election. Now, let me tell you something. The reason why I say, despite that, we have business tycoons, the business moguls in the region, are only the movers and shakers, but most of them are in free Greater Accra. So the tone sometimes starts from the indigenous. So the BJ. Indigenous, almost say, that's
a typical
the tone start from there.
Okay.
Now this is the tone that starts in the 2008. One of the tones near Sir Ohinija, Accra Sports Stadium now. The people appeal to President Kufuor to name it after Ni Lai. You understand? But or bypassing Ni Lai and the Koto Ohinija. And no a big issue. So it looks like this time a kofa and you as a gafono as a gafono play tribal card and no sadina and your mother. Kwame 2016 I cannot say much because the whole Ghana wanted the change at that time
in 2016.
And 2016. And now question and now down Koku for let us give him the opportunity. But 2020 Kwame, there's another insecurity coming. 2020 sorry 2024 the economic issue bekasa Kwame, and there's a fact.
Okay.
Because all the movers and shakers are here, and also the land issue.
The land issues.
The land issue is when the other
is
yes, unlike the 2008 year. 2008 year, all what the chiefs were complaining say, yeah, fire and sassy, kumaye, Jamaica. But this time around, when you say, yeah, the bakwa sabe kahu different twist. What see would die land gas to me by the bugu. These are insecurity in the region. People are not happy, and it looks like say, omunya obi manin come as a mom. Kwame, as for my orphans. Yes, of course, Kwame. Because listen to me, I have gone through some process. They make what I say.
Yeah.
And I'm acquire my land from a district assembly. No, ascension will be a him for ascension. Next, you put me down to go. What do you expect? Next time they call court, district assembly lead me. With the district assembly, no, the district chief executive is a political appointment. When me lead me, I'm a man land bank. When me lead me, say my buck out to a Kwame can also reflect
in the elections.
So we are looking forward to see that. Say a rosubet to me, I'm my election year.
Very well. My young court, the central region. In the central region, yet another interesting region. A lot of things happens in the central region. They are also a region. One more decided elections in Ghana. Now, the question is that fighting on, will vote unya vote in Ashanti and Eastern regions every. Now we will come to the interesting twist of the 5 northern regions. The way I say, Enema Air Flippy, anyhow, the NDC's John Mahama and Dr. Bawumia will be sharing the vote among themselves. And no Ebeye Ochina, but quickly, Mamin take you through the central region for the presidential election history, and they said the records, AC so clearly, the blue is telling you, sir, how many times the New Patriotic Party has won the region. So in 2000, the New Patriotic Party won the central region in terms of presidential figures. Then 2004, one more winning 2016. And then 2020, they won that particular region. Then comes 1996, NDC won the region. 2008, they won. And then 2012, they won. Now, mind you, sir, typically, the central region ain't homogeneous. I mean, regional, wobeka say woman Ebeka say womunipa na abenti womo to aba ediaman. There is something interesting about the central region. In all these elections, yakoni nyina no, there is always somebody or on the ticket of the NDC. Now from Paul or free the central region. Yet the central region indigents, do not necessarily woman fire no and share and tuaba precisely. Okay, sir, Pakwesi Bekoya Misata, if we have NTS Atuaba, Professor Mills, if we have NTS Atuaba, that is not how Womo behave, because in the year 2000, President Mills was the candidate for the NDC, a typical fancy man, of free central region. Yet the people of the central region voted massively for President Kufuor, and President Kufuor won with a 49.7% for the central region. 2004, President Mills again was the candidate for the NDC. Yet President Kufuor increasing the vote from 49% to 58%, reducing NDC vote one more accumulated year in the year 2000, it reduced at about 38.9%. So clearly, it is not a matter of ye chrome ni or free ye chrome, and definitely you better about Eddie Mano. Now, Nanafin Poziga Eka in 2008, like the case of President Akufo-Addo, by 2008. Now, former President Mills are contested, and this was the third time now Woba as a year presidential candidate for the NDC. The Central Region 2008 wanted change generally, and the region no voted massively at the man. 2012, John Mahama stepped into the shoes of a year the late Professor Mills, or also by were increasing from 50.6% up onto 52.1%. And then 2016, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo flips again the region in favor of the New Patriotic Party. And for about 4 consecutive times, the New Patriotic Party winning that particular region. Now, for 3 consecutive times, the National Democratic Congress and so etimi winning the region. Now, in recent times, 2020 election a by 52.7% as against 45.9%. Clearly, it tells you say Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo won the Central Region in terms of the presidential result. Now, you better share the dynamics and how it goes. Now, 2020. Figures clearly it tells you baby graphs and this is just a synergy between the figures the number of times are all the political parties winning that particular region, just as I explained earlier on. Nana, this is an interesting region. Every time yako into any major election, the NDC at every point in time, a central regional person, Fanti on their tickets. So 92 and reflected 92. Accra was there. In the year 2000, Professor Mills was a Fanti. He became the flag bearer of the NDC. 2004, the same flag bearer. 2008, the same flag bearer. Now in 2012, President Mills, so John Mahama became the president, the candidate. Yet Osako Central Region, Ekofa Parkwesi Bequeen, Emisa Atta. 2016 Osanso Eniniko BM until say 2020 Onunsu Freema Wasakofa Professor Jenana Opoku-Agyeman. So for about 32 years in a row, every time be a NDC Beko election biano, it is either say a Fanti becomes the presidential candidate or becomes a running mate on the ticket of the party. Yet also the trend of event and history now, it tells you clearly say the Central Region does not necessarily look at those things. Say what for nipa where ye there enti yenhwe no ho ento abama no. Omo dynamics no e different. What makes it different? Nana mami entio.
Yes, Kwame. Central Region. Say NPP to me we need Central Region. Kwame, it will be the biggest news of the Fourth Republic.
Okay. So what to me winning for 2024?
Yes, will be the biggest news in the Fourth Republic. Because Kwame, they said they odi atugan pepepe.
Yes.
And every 4 years, almost the same. And every 4 years, no mercy, irrespective of development, any sound the Central Region, our problem Kessben was water.
Okay.
Before 2008 election, Central Region will be a water Central Region be a President Kofo was able to solve that. And the main major road in the middle belt of Central Region linked to Ashanti Region.
Okay.
That is their main trade. We say a simple suit to Asante Bekwai, which was $85 billion project. President Kofo didn't election.
Okay.
Yet they lost. You understand? President Mahama gave us a Kotokraba market. Kwame, one of the biggest.
Almost as the stadium.
Beautiful. Say market. They gave people stadium. They said Odi Kakan. Agranya Krom University of Cape Coast Training Resort and Conference Center. Kaswa Interchange, because technically
Kaswa and administratively
is part of Central Region. And the new 2 polyclinica, President Mahama the moment, yet they lost it. You understand?
Yes.
Now we are experiencing the same thing. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, you can never take this one from him. Kwame, massive infrastructure development going on in the Central Region.
Okay.
Kumfi Jews, talk about roads, fishing harbor in the Elmina, on and on and on. But Kwame, Central Region for Shasadian. If they decide say 12 yebe change you Kwame, Opa Kofa 911. On your World Trade Center, they will still vote against you.
Okay.
That is the thing that Kwame, as I said, near dear number a more yes sad the American watch
is it economic
yes
activities I mean one more consider or more bottom no more consider and now said no more consider because recently when him say outboard motors near the Dr. Bawumia has said say young farmer or more on high purchase near but would that really reflect in the voter Ebeba on December 7th?
Kwame Debbie Pedemime Hunidi.
Yes.
Kwame, I would decide this on best sound. You understand? And the economic issues. Economic issue Kwame based on 2008. Baby now President for the economy now Babeshan. Kwame. And no nyadia betimi dia gina so e dia to abadia a new patriotic party.
Okay.
But you see, dynamics here I can once issues to be play role. This year election. The central region divided into three. Kwame, you the northern belt, the middle, and the southern belt.
Yes.
3 tribes. You were the dangerous, you were Asin, and you were the fantasy, the typical fantasy. Kwame, the danger top or the NPP town, it is only 1 seat, and sometimes I am Appiah swing.
Okay.
But NPP will win the danger.
And
especially
no was your friend is saying Dunkwa on Ofen enclave no but downstairs.
Yes.
A share borders with Ashanti region no. Okay.
They win. And I will share Napo decent every danger.
Okay.
Because Appiah every danger. President Kofa confirm and a danger my hima and so I confirm. So it tells you that they are going to win it. But Kwame, when it comes to the better bet no, the influence of Canada Japan is diminishing. Sa now you know
a send for no okay.
Kwame now you know diminishing. At the quality America say Kwame we share Canada Japan say somebody within because a send for omunya regional minister na adia ba kwa central regional na omudi bo aban BH and aban ba ko pene say adenti the debia regional ministers the regional ministers comes from the coastal area. Okay. So first time somebody not a regional minister but somebody coming from UN or the president and that person by election upon his campaign he was not able to deliver the assent north for new patriotic party because
the assent north constituency
yes because me cooperate to media but me co-promise you understand me president the amamo and the mayor campaign say I want to deliver this seat for new patriotic party want to mami na enkofon hweson fanto aba mame Canada Japan na me be flag bearer for my new patriotic party Kwame I'm responding to it. Okay. So it tells you that the influence of Canada Japan as a whole Mecca as a whole because Mecca Simbiba and no is diminishing but within the party Canada Japan our new patriotic party also the inability to become the flag bearer Kwame can reflect because people still not happy with how Canada Japan
was treated
even though
he
was not treated badly.
We need the region
we need the region but one team we need the flag bearer and we need region Kwame papa na working enough the back chair the title for one central region say ye nipa bako Kwame pay me checks any command medino central region Kwame that one ebetimi ahadwene and the tosu bia o papa kwasi Indom is a son of
the region yes
and the Indom has set a lot of businesses in the
central region
and most of Indom the business employees and I employ more than 80% of central region are central people. I did a bad year now bet with you. Papa Cosindrom Kwani Nipa or Quasantimamo or Kafante or Baha or Kafante or Fanafantin Yago. So most of the people that are employed are Fante people. And this man is vigorously campaigning against New Patriotic Party. Say the New Patriotic Party are buying and Abe collapsing the business. You understand? Sadiana Akosuoha or your campaign, and that campaign is not Kwame. Access like Oyamo Nwakasana political party or your founder, but the campaign against New Patriotic Party is the son of the
the region.
So the southern part of fence coastal area no.
Yeah.
In fact, it will create a problem for
so ofano Elmina commander.
Yes.
Any K in India Kadina. Yes, everybody
they will have a problem.
Okay.
And the last one, Alan Chamaten's factor. Kwame, Alan is a fanti technically, biologically is a fanti because Alan's mother is a fanti. Ne papa na ya asanti. Diameko acha say. Alan akada say. Mayor Fante Montwaba Mami in 2007 when he contested Akufo-Addo. I Fante. Jamaican watcher say, and Alan Atra Elbina Pen. Jamaican watcher say, Alan, a son of Fante, and people know him. And technical was I choose to Fante boy
as a running mate.
And the guy is a youth. And the Juma Hawaiian Kwame, I know for sure. I know the part for the youth. Jamaican watcher say, and you should not forget say. Opi be about to Abadiama Lanchamate was Central Region. About 70% of them are NPP people.
So in the Central Region.
Yes, Kwame. Based on this, Sanoma when in Ake Kabomua, a de pass a New Patriotic Party can win the Central Region. Whereby they have depreciated that number from 2000, the change of government year 2016 was a 53.22. Say about 51.2. You understand? And the NDC free 43.43, and the about 47.2. It means that the NDC are pecking, and they were able to flip the deficit of 13 seats to NPP about a deficit of 9 seats.
Okay.
So and anytime the NDC majority of parliamentary election, they maintain majority in parliament in Central Region.
Okay, and then the factor of Professor Jenano Pokuajiman coming in again as a year the running mate to Ora John Dramani Mahama. Now people criticize say in 2020, one said there was effect, but now Oko Central Regional, one in them jump, you understand, trying to touch base with the women. Especially Kotokraba market near the also making sure say the side as a region or also betimi akrepi up some voter betimi abua.
Let me tell you something here first. Nano Pokwadma is correcting what Atamils and Emisata did not do.
Okay,
you understand? He's correcting it because Emisata and Atamils thought that people would think that we are fantasy, so automatically they will vote. And no anya adwuma me de make what say some stairs anya adwuma de make what say now Kwame na no poko adwuma adia ebema na no poko adwuma saje we say no ne de na be different from Amisata and Atames. They say you see the two majority leaders Kwame, it will be very difficult to predict because they are all from the Central Region. Afenyo Market and Atoforsen. Afenyo is popular than Atoforsen, but Atoforsen case Amana Baba is popular. So the two you cannot. So who say Nano Pokwajima Beka Atoforsen as a fancy card the same region against Afenyo Market Kwame, they will weigh him.
They will weigh him.
Oh yes,
interesting. And that is the Central Region. And it's a place to watch out. And you can say NDC may take a lead in the Central Region. I can see very well. Ma the Western North Region quickly. Na Yemfa and Ediano NC Ochinayaba will pick some other regions. You bet me anywhere now this is a region typically it used to be part of the Western Region itself. In 2018, and a regional reorganization until President Akufo-Addo decided say obeche the Western region already now the people are what the northern part of the Western region had complained say proximity Ufri Sefi Debi so Sefi Awaso Bia East Bia West Accra there na the regional capital na it was a very far distance. I will travel over 5 to 6 hours and sana waba bedu original capital. The reason why and they commission no etina say who say as I said yetimi eche sa region no emo and now when the region used to be one majority of the vote na NDC enya in the western region was coming from the northern part. And the northern part, obetimi akai the number of constituencies. As we speak, we have 9 major constituencies in that particular region. Now, from 96, this data an accumulation of the way our election history SCIA in the few years organizing major elections under the 1992 dispensation. Now in 1996. Reverend Paul.
But Kwame,
yes.
Before you go on, ma'am, young clear side we answer. 96 nanya Western Law, but the way I hear the market, yeah, checks you who say, yeah, two abadi bia, o kosa side of one. Na a whole resort.
Yes, and so mama, and then I'm about to explain. What I'm saying is that so in 2018, your chair region, all this while, region are a part of Western region, but constituency yet free Western region what they are called Western North yet to about there is a data it offer BBN area so be quiet election data the Owini presidential data no the Owini parliamentary the data is available oko a year so a contomra oko a sehibodi Samsinahi constituency. So the data is there. Now putting the data together, it is clearly a stronghold of the National Democratic Congress. Okay? Because generally, Yentuaba in the Western North region, the New Patriotic Party, any major seat in the region, no other. Now in 1996, clearly NDC presidential won by 79.3%. Okay, who put regions, constituencies are together. Now, a compilation of the result. A free data nimo eba. Offer 9 constituencies, now track it on presidential elections, history and record. This is what you are getting. But we have simplified it for you. We've been able to do the extract from the previously existing Western region. Yet Western North, Eddie Free Womumu. Now 2000, President Kufuor came, still the NDC won with 62.9%. Then 2004, 59.1%, as well 2008. So clearly, every major election year up until 2020, the NDC keeps winning that particular region. Region for me call a year the parliamentary seat. Na yen check here say year say the New Patriotic Party out of the 9 constituencies, one more winning Bibiani and we also be quiet. Abuajijedu Ababedi for over 3 terms, and no Okoye and the former boss CEO so Ababetuaso. So currently seat award the Western North Regional a year safe seat for the New Patriotic Party, Bibiani Ariaso Bekwai Sehi and then Sehi Akontomra, the Honorable Alexander. Now 96. Clearly, the NPP had no seat in that particular region. NDC had 4 seats in the the year 2000 election. NDC had 4 seats in the, mind you, elections, not yet constituencies nibi at the count. So previously, the 4 seats are near in terms of constituency, in 96 and 2000, NDC winning. 2004, NPP won 2 seats. The NDC won 5 seats. 2008, NPP had 1 seat, the NDC had 6 seats. 2012, then you have a year 1 seat and then 8 for the NDC in 2012. 2016, NDC had a year 6 seats and then the NPP had 3 seats. Up until 2020, a year Kaseno, the NDC is having about 6 out of the 9 constituencies forming a year the Western North region. And typically, the Western North region is a good zone for the NDC. Say they can maximize a lot of seats. So you have our Win constituency, you have Swaman constituency. That enclave in NDC strong seat. This time round, Unim Abanga, right? Yeah, the co-youth organizer for the New Patriotic Party, he is trying to secure one of the seats from the Our Win enclave for the New Patriotic Party. It is a serious contest in that particular enclave. Then over the down south, Owo Samson he constituency no body ewo ho. Then you go to Akando constituency no ono nso hwese obetimi a maintain. Akando is facing a very tough competition because say ye ka say oman hene na your oman hene for a year sefi traditional area, so you also traditional council no neba oji ahoho ana neba air contested with Unia, okay.
So I say Damongo,
exactly. Yes, so quite an interesting one. Indigents now contest, a modern and it's very interesting. Yeah, then you come to Bibiani and Riaso Bekwai, Alfred Obeng. So as their parliamentary candidate. This time round, the NDC is saying, sir, they want to secure the Sehuyosu seat. It is a Wokai Polivans Edua, the former Western Regional Minister, used to be there, and a Dr. Kweko Friye Ebabetu now, Wababet so up until now. In 2024, Dr. Friye M. Kubi, okay, the former environment minister, he's no longer contesting. A fresh candidate from the NDC is coming, and then a fresh candidate from the NPP is coming. The NDC is bent on say Sehuyo no Ababe, the regional capital no omubetimi secure that seat. Now a contomra baby now report in 2012, okay, until 2012 NDC nya division in a contomra, they used to win that particular seat. In Sefia Kontomra. Say Kaseno, the deputy whip, right? Richard, Deputy Alexander. Alex, one on the cross seat for the new Patriotic Party. The NDC is saying, say, Womobeji seat, that seat is almost becoming the same way. Bibiani and Yasu be quiet, dear no aye. Alex per se or semantic a Kontomra seat, na ebe the safest seat for the new Patriotic Party in that region. Okay? For Bibiani and Yasu be quiet there. For the time being, Abuajije do buy any time no be seen ne Alfred Obeng abeto aso a o seeking the second term no NDC entimi enya parliamentary candidate bi a watimi age seat no back to the NDC. So Bibiani Ariaso Bekwai has become a safer seat for the new Patriotic Party. And nine constituencies in there, but the NPP has 3 seats as at the end of the 2020 general election. Ama NDC Accra 6 to see. The interesting thing is that we watch to see how many seats are NDC between Filipe and the account or better still no the ebetimi akwakodi the new Patriotic Party and so afa. Maminti a quick one on this. Now yen wrap up for your time so Anissa.
Yes, Kwame, time I can have a lot to say, but you see. A new Patriotic Party, so bet me a flip Western North because we saw share gap or 2 a year. I'll share presidential na say gap said a year a choose to be asa. The last election, we have been a normal creative region.
Yes,
80 COVID ne sa binama went me fa development and komo peno and papa. I say Jamaica. Development and this time around I have heard a lot of paramount chiefs Western North almost cut the benefits
from the region
the RCC, the Agenda 111 elevation of some of the district to municipal state blah 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 Kwame. So in all this no say Kwame say it be ready as on my penny promises say in 2020 say 400 projects and no more the entire region. By the time I near 2020 election, now come kuta 140 projects and I completed. So we are looking forward to say the 200 and something no I can say in cases are binding to me every and I say even at least about 300. Next one to be campaigning here based on the chiefs. Aba who almost say, come on, your agenda, Adima New Patriotic Party. And Yamama say, the New Patriotic Party can flip the Western North.
The Western North region.
Yes,
quite an interesting one. Yes. Chairman Ben Amma, the regional chairman of the NPP.
They can flip.
In the Western North region, Bigedu. So the big chairman, the two are very strong. Now, again, the Western North region have a lot to offer to the NPP because the closest person to Dr. Bawumia's office It's from that region.
Yeah.
The executive secretary.
Now you mentioned the name.
Okay. No, executive secretary.
Yeah.
It's from that region.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of things. Free Akando constituency no enclave anymore.
But Akando also problem.
A lot of things to do. But the question is that how do you flip? Because that region, no, precisely a farming region, okay? Yeah. Region a lot of farming activities. They are looking at their cocoa, they are looking at how farm supplement, fertilizers, any their keka. You understand? Then typically, say galamsey so a predominant in those particular region. And quite an interesting one. Say going forward, big do your contractor or CNPP buy onye jumada as regional chairman. Or Sheso Betimi are galvanizing a lot of vote for John Mahama to come and then make sure say or also go back to the construction work Ejuma Oye. But regional is an interesting one to look out for going into a year December 7. But my everyone's here, Nana Yeko, the Obeka to na Yemfensi. We are told sir Donald Trump has won the American election. Clearly, he's the next president of the United States, and no two ways about it. The Democrat presidential candidate and vice president currently, Kamala Harris, and to me, Winnie, just as a lot of people predicted ahead of time in the polls, polls once because polls no Kamala and to me Winnie. Interesting one. 90 days. 90 days. She's done her best.
Yeah, she does.
Yedi will see her na Sejo Ababeto so with Medford action. I don't yani ochina yabesan so anywhere dear share na yedi nkomo. Me de Kwame Appiah Kubi. Show was produced by Richard Appiah Sapon, Fifi, Anafi, Andy. Stay blessed. God bless you. We are out.